What's going on, everybody? What's good? Oh man, here we go with our husband already. Let's go, baby. Yeah, we about to get into it today. We got a lot to talk about. We going through it right now, y'all. Hopefully, you guys are having a better Thursday morning. And don't get us wrong, we woke up this morning still happy, still healthy, all them good things. So of course, Allah is always the greatest. And we're gonna be alright. Had a little car trouble. Yesterday while we was working, all that good stuff, had to stop. Won't be working today, all them good things. Got to see what's gonna happen with this, but this just ties into everything we're gonna be talking about this morning. And just keeping our head right, getting stuff together, and all them good things. And yeah, we're gonna be okay. We're talking about life growth and misconceptions. This is what we're talking about this morning. So, welcome to another episode. Don't know if we even said that already because our brain is all over the place of real talk and real topics. And yeah, that's what we're gonna be talking about today. Um, we don't know one word that would describe y'all life right now, but one word amongst the many words we would describe our life right now is crazy. Yeah, crazy. Um, y'all already know. You get ahead, you get a momentum going, think you're gonna be all right. You got XYZ, ABC planned, um, all them good things, and then something happens out of nowhere that a lot of times, sometimes is out of your control, all them good things, and now you got to stop everything you're doing because of other people, a lot of times because of ourselves too. And refresh and restart and revamp and all them good things. And yeah, it can be very irritating, very frustrating. And one of the many things we learn dealing with this world is nobody gives a damn. They do not. They just, you gonna pay, you owe. Well, where our policy is set up or the way we do X, Y, Z and ABC and all that. Yeah, they don't really care about that too much. They just worrying about how they can, benefit and piggyback off you and make money off of you and all them things, and it's just selfish and crazy as hell to us because a lot more people need to have more concern than putting money in their pocket. Side note, but yeah, that's how we would describe our life right now with working on success and our happiness. A lot of people think that once you become successful that you gonna be happy. Nah. A lot of people, whether we know them or not, they got all the money in the world, all the women, all the men. Y'all see them on TV, all the fame, and they can go travel, spend money, buy this, do that. They can take 6 months to a year off or whatever, I'm saying, they choose. But ask a lot of them if they really happy, bet money, they would say no. And even people, well, we should say we used to know personally, um, are not. So it's like no matter what level you at, and we don't mean success all the time. It's not supposed to equal money. You know what we're saying? A lot of people chase these titles and this money and approval, views and likes, going viral and all that bull crap. And material things, that's all fine and good. We want them too. You know what we're saying? But your real happiness is, being fulfilled and, loving yourself and taking care of yourself. Um, Peace and, being aligned with what you got to do and who you are. And wherever your path gonna take you, you're not comparing yourself to other people or even worrying about what the hell they got going on. So just cause you make it a musician, actor, actress, whatever, what I'm saying, don't mean that they always happy. Just cause you see people in a relationship and you like, She must be the luckiest woman in the world, and he must be the luckiest man in the world. They could be miserable behind closed doors. That's why a lot of people seek attention on social media now. I'm saying they get on here, lie. My husband know they lie. They put up this little fake image, act like they're doing something big, and everybody on numbers and all that stuff, and how popular you are and how many views you get. Who cares? What happened to how hard that person is willing to work? All y'all care about is how much you can exploit somebody, how much you can get on here and lie, act like you happy with who you with when you really not. You need to be seen. You a pussy. If you're liked by everybody, we just finna get straight to the point. You liked by everybody, you surrounded by a bunch of people all the time. Yeah, you a pussy because you a people pleaser. Used to be one of them people. Our phone's so dry now, all that stuff. And we don't even do none of that no more. We're not finna go through that ever again. You know what we're saying? That means when you're not surrounded by people, or you don't have a bunch of people in your life or whatnot, you stand for something. You know what we're saying? You believe in whatever it is that you believe in. You got morals, you got values, you got respect, you cool, being peaceful, being by yourself, however that may be, or whatever. And what I'm saying, you ain't got to like me. That's called confidence. I'm saying? I'm cool if they like me. I'm saying? I'm good if they don't. You know what we're saying? You're not thriving or thirsty or doing all jumping through these hoops and all this stuff just to get approval and get attention. You fulfilled in your own life. And even like if you got when you got things you got to work on. We ain't finna say if, because we working on things in our life. When you working on, fulfillment and peace and self-alignment. We said self-alignment. That means it starts with yourself. You know what we're saying? Nobody else can help you with that. Nobody else can help you find happiness, fulfillment, and peace. And like we said, if you got them people around you, that's all fine and good. But a lot of us don't. We got to pat ourselves on the back and motivate ourselves and get out of bed when we really don't want to, all that stuff. So success to add on to that, you're helping other people. Because honestly, success means nothing to us if we're not helping other people along the way. You know what we're saying? If we're not helping them come up, we're not helping them be better or be, some kind of inspiration, however small, however remote, in any way, shape, or form. That's why we don't think we would ever fit in, even in Atlanta where we was, in Hollywood, and on music, movies. We can't, because we actually want to help people. We don't want to just make money off of them, because we all can make money together. You know what we're saying? Help them to love themselves, find the righteous version of themselves, to be the best version possible that they can be. And a lot of people achieve things, but they still, feel empty. You know what I'm saying? They do. Um, we gotta go and change that. Good Lord. Yeah, but they achieve things and they still, feel empty. All that. And that's because they're not really happy on the inside. They're not. We measure, or a lot of people, we should say, measure their life on how much money they got, how many cars they got, how many houses they got. Y'all hear this music. They be bragging, or we should say lying, about how much money they got, how many women they have, and houses and cars and all that, and what they did to get it. Because a lot of people telling on themselves in their music now, but you don't never hear them say like, I'm happy, I'm fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? I'm good, because it's a part of them. Whatever demons, whatever issues, you know what I'm saying, they ain't dealt with, that they need to deal with. Until you deal with that, it don't matter how much money you get. It don't matter how successful you become. You still gonna be unhappy on the inside. So in a way, like we glad we didn't make it. We still gonna do a lot of things on our own, independent, all that good stuff. But we actually glad, because we still have things we got to deal with, and we dealing with them now. We've gotten a lot better with a lot of things in our life. And when, yeah, we said it, when we get there, we know we'll be truly happy. And we got the right religion, the right diet, the right lifestyle finally. So we know even more like we're going to be good. And we see it all the time. People that's struggling, they not happy, they complaining. People that's rich, they happy, they still complaining. So it's like it don't even matter what level you at, we're saying in your life, you still gotta find happiness. You still gotta find what your purpose is on this earth. And everybody has their own definition of true success. You know, ours would be just to be happy. Like we said, of course, we want to make money doing what we do, but that's not the number one thing on our list. It's on there, but it's not the number one thing on our list. Whatever we do, any shows, any content, it reach the right people. We're out here to teach, help our people wake up and reclaim their own under Islam, under the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings, and everything else is gonna fall in line. To be a leader, stand up, be a soldier, be an inspiration as much as we possibly can, do things different. We find in our happiness, our self-love, our self-peace, our self-acceptance, all that stuff. You know what we're saying? The true meaning of life, why we're really here. Because you gotta remember, it don't matter what you have, whether it's real or not, how much you pay for it, any of that. When we all leave this earth, and it's coming at some point for all of us, none of this stuff is coming with us. So who cares what you got and who cares how much you pay for it? If you got it and you happy, hey, do your thing. A lot of people aren't. But no matter what level you at in your life, remember when you leave this earth, none of this stuff is going with you. So that's one thing people forget. And we always comparing ourselves and we in this race and competition with all that. And a lot of us do that because we ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? If you're not happy with anything that's going on in your life, you got the power to change that. You don't feel fulfilled with the thing that's going on in your life, you got the power to change that. Can't nobody change it but you. You're not motivated, get motivated. Get hard. Get to that point where you a soldier. Nobody's gonna come save you. No. Even if you got the blueprint and the truth in front of you, you the one got to put in the work. First and foremost in that area, then you got to work on everything else in your life. You know what we saying? You got to work on everything else in your life. You have to save yourself. You versus you. We think we fighting this battle in this war with the world. Mm-mm. It's the one that you fighting within yourself to be better, to stop being lazy, stop making excuses, stop comparing yourself, stop listening to what other people say when you know you don't want their life or nothing they got. You know what I'm saying? They not doing nothing for themselves, so they don't want you to be successful. Who cares what they want? There's so much stuff you got to start doing and so much you need to stop doing. Stop telling everybody your business. Any moves you making, shut up. That's what we had to learn. Learn to shut up. Because you tell them they're going to do whatever they can to stop it or talk you out of it, then you still stuck in the same spot with them a year later, like, what the hell was I thinking? Why did I listen to you? Because you were stupid. You ain't know better. We did the same thing. Listen to worthless people. They ain't have one bit of truth, knowledge, advice. They swear they dropping knowledge because that's what people think. They swear they dropping knowledge, but now looking back, you ain't help us do nothing. Our life didn't change. Our health didn't get better. Nothing grew. Nothing evolved. None of that. So what the hell was we doing? We was like that hamster on the wheel, going in one circle. Definition of insanity, doing the same stuff over and over, thinking it's gonna be different, but we got the same result. That little infinity symbol, we're just going in one direction. Nothing changes. And stop waiting on other people to change it. We don't care if they give you the truth or not. It would be helpful if they did, but whether they give it to you or not, it's still up to you to put in the work. Just like our husband gave us and helped us start learning Islam. We the ones had to put in the work. Showed us how to make beats, produce. We the ones had to put in the work. Now we got Man, we done lost count. How many beats we got? We got now? Well, over 100? Over 100 beats we got now? You ain't hear nothing we just said. We said how we was just talking about you, giving you a compliment. We said our husband helped us learn how to produce beats and stuff, and we the ones got to put in the work. Way over 100. Oh yeah, about over. It's over 100 somewhere up in there. But what we getting at is no matter what people show you, they give you whatever it is. Because we can't stand we hear people say, you wouldn't know none of that if it wasn't for me. You wouldn't learn how to do none of that if it wasn't for me. Did you help me do it? What did you do? You just opened the door, right? We the ones that had to walk through and put in the work. Because it was already in us. We're gonna give you your credit where it's due. You opened the door. But we're the ones that put in the work. So it's a team effort. Stop taking all the credit like you you just came in and magically changed our life and helped us be better. And the little stuff people like to say when they bring that up, we like, did this help me make bread? Did this help my life be better? Did this help me in any way? Did I grow? Nothing. Did I learn anything? Did I learn anything? Then what exactly is it that you did? And, people don't like when you question about that. They got all the mouth and all the advice for you. But as soon as it comes down to them, you know what I'm saying, they ain't got nothing to say. Because they know you're telling the truth. Yeah, you open the door. We ain't have to walk through it. We ain't have to do nothing. We could have said no. Then what? Oh, well, I tried to give it to him. I tried to. How hard did you try? Because a lot of people do this stuff with their own ulterior motive. They do things for their own selfish gain. So in their brain, you supposed to do whatever they say, however they say it, when they say it, why they say it, how they say it, and don't ask no questions. How you gonna learn something? Like we said, we cannot stand when people say that. But like we said, yeah, everybody has their own definition of true success, whatever the hell that is. But really is, you need to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Find your worth, find your purpose, find your destiny, find your path, whatever the case may be. You got to find it. That's not up to anybody else. And growing and evolving, that's something we talk a lot about now on our show. People think that when you want to grow and evolve and be better, that you ain't gonna have no setbacks. You're not gonna have any hurdles. You're not gonna have any, temporary, roadblocks or road bumps. Wrong. We're having plenty of them. We just said at the beginning of the show, our car is down right now. We can't even work. Not like we want. That's a little setback. We've had plenty of them over this last year, over the last couple years, even dealing with people that just want to keep draining us and using us, and we helping them out. Don't want no Islam, don't want no truth, don't want to listen. But we giving them all the advice and helping them best as we can, because what I'm saying, we a good person, we got a good heart. That's what people don't see. They just refuse to see that. And we want to see everybody be better and see everybody win. But what we had to realize was we can't want it more than you. If we want it more than you do, then we wasting our time. And we draining ourselves and not pouring into ourselves. So when you're growing and evolving and you want to be better and everything, it's not going to be steady. It's not going to be a straight line. It's going to be like a zigzag pattern, a circle. You're going to spin the block, double back, however you want to put it. And things are going to happen. We already said this, life gon' life. Nobody's exempt from that. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have things and people that's going to get in your way. And they're going to do everything they can because they think it's going to stop you. They're going to wear you down so much that you're just going to give up. We don't know how to give up. It always works out some way or another to where we make it, or we get what we need to get done, all that. So we're not even playing. But it always works itself out. Especially that type person just like us, you don't know how to give up because you're gonna make it, something gonna come through and it's gonna work itself out. Keep going. You're gonna have them setbacks. It's gonna be messy. You're gonna relapse sometimes, you're gonna have them doubts, them frustrations, you're gonna go through every damn emotion possible, and it's not gonna be comfortable. We feel uncomfortable right now. We ain't finna lie. But we know it's for a reason. You see what we saying? It's not gonna be straightforward. It ain't just gonna be always white or black. You're gonna have the answers. You're gonna be able to, figure it out. No. We sometimes wing it or make it up as we go along. We don't have the answers all the time. No. If we did, we would be a hell of a lot better off than what we are right now. So no, we don't have the answers to everything, and we don't act like we do. We're not stupid, but we're not finna act like we got all the answers to everything. Heck no. Please, we would be doing a whole lot better with our life if we did. Out of here with that. But yeah, it's not gonna be pretty, and you got to cut people off, or they gonna fall off at some point. You know what I'm saying, in your life, however it happens, and y'all ain't got to, end on bad terms or whatever. Just sometimes life takes you in a whole another direction, and it takes them in their direction, and y'all will probably cross paths again. But whether or not you do, especially y'all, end of things all good, y'all ain't fall out. You just wish them the best. For the people that you did fall out with, the hell with them. Yeah, we said it. Yeah, that's gonna be a part of your growth. You gotta get to where we are right now. We don't care. We treat people the way they treat us, and we just fed up. We sick and tired of being sick and tired of people doing what they do, and they just don't think anything gonna happen to them. They think it's gonna stop us. We gonna quit, give up. Yeah, we struggling right now, but this ain't permanent. Yeah, we uncomfortable right now. Ain't nothing we going through permanent. You just gotta keep going through it. Don't quit or give up like right when you in the middle of going through everything. That's when the best parts gonna come. So we just keep in mind, just for us, that end result, that bigger picture, the end game, where we gonna end up at, and that's gonna be, under our control. Cause like we said, nobody gonna come save us. Don't shock to nobody, but it's up to us to find our happiness, our peace, get our money together, work out, do our wellness, our skincare, all that stuff. And we've been staying on top of that too, even with everything that's been going on. Even with everything that's been going on, we still been staying on top of stuff. So we are extremely proud of ourselves with everything that's been going on. Because we made a promise. We said this time around, and we already knew you're gonna catch some hell. We already knew this. But we was like, this time around, we are not playing. No, we gotta do this. We don't owe nobody nothing. We're not finna explain ourselves. We're not doing none of that. That's another point we done got to. But we deserve better. We want better. We want to look better, feel better, love ourselves from the inside out. Everything we saying, that's what we working on, and we got to put in the work. And nothing's gonna happen overnight. Nothing. But you got to keep putting in the work, just like we've been doing. We're gonna continue to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Setbacks that done taught us the most, and failure, reframing failure, as a part of our growth. We don't look at failure as failure anymore. We used to look at it like that, like I ain't make it, I ain't accomplished this, or I let my kids down, or whatever. I'm not rich, I'm not famous, I'm not viral, I didn't do this today, I failed. No, what we had to learn is take that as a learning experience. Even our relationships, family, friends, business, whatever, however it ended, however it worked out, whether it did or not, take it as a lesson learned. What did you learn from that so you don't go through it again? What did you learn from this experience, whether you're getting a modeling, podcasting, music, whatever? If that business partnership didn't work out, what did you learn from it? Did you take anything away from it? Take that and apply it to what you're doing now, and move on. Relationship didn't work out. What did you learn from it? What could you have done better? Because you gotta take responsibility. You gotta do that. So what did you learn from it? Take that lesson and move on. That person did you wrong. Take that L. Now you know what not to do and do better. If you are not where you want to be in your life, if you're going through any type of mental health or you having a hard time right now, You know what we're saying? You gotta analyze your whole entire life. You do. You know what we're saying? We don't care if you fat, you can't read, you struggling, whatever the case may be. You gotta analyze your life. Plenty of setbacks done taught us that. You know, relying on other people, putting our faith, our time, our money into them, believing and hanging on their every word while they didn't support us. They just supported us and used us for whatever they could. You know what we're saying? We was blind, went into everything blind, not having no knowledge, not knowing nothing, and we didn't learn nothing. You know what I'm saying? We lost, got things back again, we lost again, got it back again. You know what I'm saying? We had things taken away from us. We've had people allowing us, cheat on us, abuse us, all of that. These are all setbacks because these people thought that this was going to destroy us and keep us down. And you know what? Even if we down for a minute, you can't keep a gangster down. You can't keep a soldier down, boy. If you don't like us, our job is to make it more difficult for you, boy. What you think this is? We strong. Even with what we going through right now, honey, we are strong. We got this, and we know we're not alone. You know what I'm saying? So don't look at failure as failure. Take whatever it is, whatever happened. What did I learn from this? How can I go and be better from this? Look at the bright side of it, and we know. What do you mean the bright side? He abused me. You broke free. Find whatever bright side you can. That's what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches under Islam. That's what we do now. And we do our best to smile and just be happy through all the BS that we dealing with, everything we going through. Find the bright side. You gotta go through the pain, you gotta go through the heartbreak, you gotta go through the struggle. Don't get us wrong. Of course, that's gonna be a part of the whole process. But while you're doing that, find the bright side. Well, at least I ain't homeless. At least I ain't, sleeping in my car. I ain't sleeping on the streets. At least I still got a roof over my head. Even if it's not the one you desire. At least I got a bed to sleep in. You ain't sleeping on the streets. You know what I'm saying? You ain't taking your last breath. You still got a job. You still able to get up and make money and do whatever you love to do. Find whatever bright side. Hey, you broke away from that abuser. You cut your family off. Now you found peace. Whatever you got to do, find the bright side of it. You didn't fail because you didn't know. Nobody told you how to do it different. Nobody told you how to do it better. So you went into it with the best knowledge you had and the best, of intentions that you had, just like with us. So don't look at it as failure. Look at it as, a little stepping stone and, as a lesson learned. And whatever setbacks you have, we don't care what it is, whatever disabilities, mental health, struggles, you lose something, someone, money, whatever it is. Look at that setback and focus on what it can teach you. You got to focus on you and your life because no matter what happens, the other people going to move on. So you focus on you and whatever setbacks and whatever, I'm saying, whatever happens. What can I learn from this? How can I be better? I'm saying in the long run. How can I be better? You can always be better. We cannot say this enough. Nobody is perfect, but we can be better. We cannot say that enough. Don't worry about what other people gonna say. They're gonna judge you, talk about you, whatever. But remember and take a look at who's talking. Yeah, all that. It's never anybody that's doing better than you that talks about you. It's always somebody that's doing worse. That's why I want to talk about nobody because we really don't give a damn. You can be doing better than us, worse than us, in between, whatever level you on. We really don't care. We're not a hater. Don't get us wrong. But we gotta focus on our life and do what we gotta do. You understand what we're saying? That's it. We wish the best. Do you keep it over there? But we still gotta focus on our life and do what we need to do. So we can't put no more simple than that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have their own little outlook and misconception, how you're supposed to handle things and move through life and heal and heal. Good Lord. It's been 5 years. You should be over that by now. It's been 10 years. You should be over that by now. Don't tell somebody how long it take to heal or for them to let go or something. That's not up to you. And if you don't like how that person moving or healing or doing whatever they doing, you ain't got to speak to them. I'm saying it's people, they just say the most insensitive stuff, knowing you wouldn't be cool with it or you would fall apart. You know what I'm saying? If that was you going through it, was you gonna tell somebody else just to get over it and let it go? Yeah, but people make no sense to us anymore. That they really don't, and you can't make it make sense. Well, no, I'm saying I apologize to them. I don't know why they still mad because you hurt them. I don't know. You broke their heart. You abused them. You lied to them. You thought that was just gonna go away. And that's another thing with people. Another misconception. People think just because you apologize or whatever, it's supposed to just be cool. And some people choose to forgive, some don't. You know what I'm saying? However you look at it, whatever you choose to do. But either way, let it go. Because we can about tell you that person going on with their life, all that good stuff, you get on with yours. Out of here with that. And right, we're not finna do that mess no more. You deserve peace and happiness, and that comes from within you. That's something we cannot say enough. That comes from within you. Damn what everybody else got to say. Damn what they gonna say. They gonna be all right. They getting on with their life. You got every right to do the same thing. Out of here with that. So yeah, all that good stuff. Growth ain't gonna be comfortable. It's not gonna be easy, and you're gonna have plenty of setbacks, especially you trying to get something off the ground. It's a business, record label, you modeling, music, whatever, you're gonna have setbacks. Don't let the material things you have in your life equate to your happiness. Make sure you're happy from the inside. That comes from within you. Don't chase no title, no money or approval. Find fulfillment, peace, and self-alignment. And that comes from within you. Yeah, all that good stuff. So what we're going to do, you guys, is we're going to go ahead and take our first break. Play some music, and we will be back on Real Talk and Topics. Thank you to everybody for joining us this morning. Okay, everyone, and just like that, we are back on Real Talk and topics. And I'm seeing a lot of these comments before we continue on with the show. I need everybody to please, I'm not interested in, any tips on editing, overlay, or graphics. I do all that on my own. I don't have Discord, so I don't use that platform. If everyone could please message me privately, I always give all my social media at the end of each show. I don't know how far people watch or how far they get, but I'm gonna have to go on this app and figure out how to mute these comments because um I don't need a collaboration, none of that stuff. I appreciate everybody jumping in and commenting and everything, but we do our things our own way, on our own. We don't need no help or no assistance. So I need everybody to please stop commenting. I need people to share, get our shows out to more people. That's how y'all can help me. I don't use WhatsApp. I'm not on WhatsApp. I'm not on Discord. And I'm saying this because I see a lot of people commenting on Kick. I don't know if anyone's still in the room or not, but I don't need any help with anybody showing me anything, no editing, overlay. We do all that on our own. This is how we're gonna continue to do it. If anybody wants to help with streaming or visibility or whatever, share my live. Bring more people in. That's how y'all can help. I need people to subscribe and follow us on all the platforms that we give. That's how people can help. And actually, this might tie into the next segment that we're talking about anyway. So, not to be rude, not to be disrespectful, but I need people to please stop commenting. I'm gonna have to go on this app and figure out how to block this or whatever. But it's very annoying and it's very irritating. We don't need any help. We cannot stand when people come on our show and on our platform, not wanting to share, promote our content or anything, but I guess comment because they feel like we need better editing or whatever. We like our show the way it is. Okay. We don't need any help or any assistance, none of that. Okay. So thank you to everybody. But we got to go on this app when we're done with this show because that's going to be very annoying and we don't like that. But like we said, you guys, welcome back to Real Talking Real Topics. I apologize, y'all. We had to throw that in real fast because we do not like when people do that. We absolutely don't. We like our show the way it is. We do things different, and like that's it. That's all. So we just absolutely do not like that. But yeah, let's get back into the topic at hand. Misconceptions that we're talking about this morning: independence versus interdependence. Another misconception that people deal with is that strong people don't need help. We can speak from experience and everything that we've been through and the knowledge that we learned. Sometimes it's okay to reach out for help. In our experience, with everything we've gone through, everybody we reached out to help or, we've needed help from, yeah, that didn't always end good. They weren't really there to help, so on and so forth, or to encourage us, motivate us, help us, all that good stuff. Um, so we can understand why a lot of people don't reach out for help. You understand what we're saying? People laugh at you, saying? They belittle you, talk down to you, all that good stuff, and they want to tell your business. That's number one thing we dealt with. They want to tell your business. Like, I didn't tell you that, nor did I come to you for you to go put my business out there. I came to you because I needed help. And these supposed grown adults, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. You didn't say it. I had to tell you to keep your mouth shut. You're not grown enough to know that when somebody confide in you and they trust in you not to go run your mouth. No, I didn't know that. Yes, you did. You knew that. You just got some juice and some gossip. Now I'm saying some tea, and you couldn't wait to go tell nobody, anybody. You went and ran your mouth and ran like a track star and told everybody my business. So we can understand why people um, struggle with reaching out for help and why, if you're anything like us, we do it on our own. You know what we're saying? You have to know, and it's something we had to learn, like when to lean on people. You know, A lot of things, people do on their own, so on and so forth. But a lot of times when you want to get to where you want to be, yeah, it does require a community. What I'm saying? It requires the right people. Let's make that clear. The right people around, not just anybody. That's why you got to have discernment. And you have to know when to lean on people. And you know the people around you already. We stopped leaning on the people around us. We couldn't really lean on them anyway. We stopped because we saw what they was doing. We caught on fast. It didn't take us long. Still did it for a minute because you hope people change. You hope they're gonna be better. All that good stuff. Nope, couldn't be no further from the truth. You know what we saying? Um, you need help sometimes. You need help. You need somebody to talk to. You're going through hell, having a hard day. It's just like nothing is going your way. You're trying, you're doing everything you can, you're working on so much. Um, and it's just like nothing ever works out. And you need somebody to lean on, you need help to get the way you want to be in your life. And people just step all over you. So a lot of people get that mentality that, I'm strong. I'm saying I can hold it all together. I'm saying I don't need help. Sometimes you do. A lot of times we don't get it. We know. But sometimes you do need that help. You do. You know what we're saying? But you gotta go to the right people. Don't just go to everybody. Don't just tell everybody your business. You know what we're saying? Find the true strength, find that discernment, use your common sense, and you can find the right people. And you will. You will find the right people. Asking for help is hard. We said that already, because what people do, they reaction. They want something not to deal. They want to use you, whether it's sex, money, or now when they need something, you got to help them. You know what we're saying? So we know why it's hard because people have an ulterior motive that they got their own selfish, motives on their end. You know what we're saying? As to what they're going to do. They already got a plan in their head while you talking to them. You know what we're saying? So we know why asking for help is so hard because people, so many reasons, but people talk about you. They gossip about you behind your back and you don't even know why you down and out, why you struggling. And we gonna say this. A lot of times it be the people closest to you that do that. Your blood, your family, people you supposed to trust, the person you sleeping next to, all that good stuff. You're supposed to be able to go to these people. And we had to learn the hard way. We couldn't go to our people. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why we're glad we found Islam now, because now, we can be surrounded with the right people. And we can ask Allah for help. We ain't got to ask nobody else no more. We can go to him, whatever is going on, and talk to him, all that. And we gonna be okay. Take whatever problems, whatever issues we have, take it to him. You know what we're saying? Asking for help is hard. Don't get us wrong, especially we don't care what it is you're going through. Whatever it is, asking for help is so hard. And people make it hard. And they, wow, got the nerve and audacity to actually sit there and be like, they don't know what's going on, or they don't know what they're doing, or they ain't realize that was gonna happen. And boy, if you don't get out of here, um, and all that good stuff. And they know what they be doing. And they know what they be doing. Not bad, y'all. We sending a text right now, but they know what they be doing. And then act like they don't know. They don't know. So they very well aware. You like we said, you can't convince us at this point in time that people don't know what they're doing. They do. And that's why it's so hard to ask for help. People make it hard. And then when you don't say nothing to them anymore, you don't go to them for help. It's like our mom said that to us. So you don't call us for nothing. You don't ask for nothing. Because we learned our lesson with y'all. We learned our lesson. Y'all take our story and laugh know what I'm saying, talk about us, gossip about us, kick us when we down, spit on us, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. And it's a joke to y'all. We ain't nothing but a big old circus, and we the clown for thinking y'all gonna be there no matter what. Like we said, nobody prepares you for this. Nobody get you ready for it. It hits you hard. Cause we all go up, your family gonna be blood, you somebody say they love you, you in a relationship with us, you know what I'm saying? You thinking you can trust this person and they gonna be there and all that. They don't even know how to do that for themselves. That's something we had to learn the hard way. That's something we seriously had to learn the hard way. And it hit us hard. So we understand why it's hard. You know what I'm saying? One person that's helped us grow is, Islam. Our husband introduced us to it. Master Far Muhammad to me pays fair and Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teaching. That's what helped us. We came broken, bruised, beat down, broke, didn't have nothing. That's what helped us real quick. And we know it's gonna be different for a lot of people, but you know, you don't have to be strong all the damn time. Even if you gotta do it behind closed doors, solo, whatever, cry, fall down on your knees, whatever, but pick yourself back up. Go into isolation for a minute, get yourself together, get your thoughts right. That's why we took that 2-month break. We had to get our thoughts right, get ourselves together, and just get back to a point where we can at least start doing our shows and content and all that. And we've been consistent with that. We changed our mindset about a lot of things. And when we have to, we know how to reach out for help. We know how to open our mouth, and you know what we're saying? And just speak up. Just have a voice. You know what we're saying? And just to do better. All that stuff. And we had to. These are things that had to change in order for us to change. And we had to start seeing people for who they really are. Otherwise, we're going to keep accepting the same behavior, the same stuff over and over again. Nothing was going to get better. Nothing was going to change. We still relying on them. They letting us down. Then look at us crazy when we speak up for ourselves and we say something. And we know we not. You know what we're saying? So a lot of people, especially women, we can't really speak for the men, but a lot of women, they become independent, whether you married or single, you got kids, whatever point or phase you at in your life, you're gonna go through that. You are. And leaning on people, trusting people, asking for help, all that stuff, it's hard. And other people make it that way. We can't say that enough. Then they want to play stupid. Now, last time I trusted you, you kicked me out your house in the middle of the night. I ain't had nowhere to go. Anything could have happened. I'm saying anything could have happened to me. And you wonder why? You know why. But you just don't want to take no responsibility. You know why. Anything could have happened. And we actually had that happen to somebody we was supposedly trusting. You know what I'm saying? Had a child with, threw us out in the middle of the night because we wouldn't sleep with him. So at this time, this person was only helping us to get something out the deal. They didn't do it out the kindness of their heart. They had an ulterior motive. They thought that we owed them. And when they didn't get that, threw us out on the street in the middle of the night with our 3 kids, kept our daughter, wouldn't let us come back inside to do nothing. And we had nowhere to go. Anything could have happened to us. Anything could have happened. But that was an example of why asking for help is so hard. And we stopped asking this person. We stopped asking them. We stopped asking a lot of people because they either threw it in our face, laughed at us, like we said, spit on us, kicked us while we was down. They had an ulterior motive. And we can keep talking about this all day, but we understand. That's why we say find the truth, learn to love yourself, get yourself back on your feet. You got to help yourself right now. Do that. But when you asking for help moving forward, take all the lessons you learned and do better. We don't really ask anybody for help. We go tell Allah with everything now. Because he's the only one that can help us. He's the only one that's going to do that without judging us or even chastising us. Even when he does, it's out of love. It's so that we can be better. You know what we're saying? So we just learn. And this world is cold. It's a cold world out here. We learning more and more what that means. We really are. And you got to look out for self and find the right people around you. For real. Um, like we said already, success, your happiness and your growth, it's not gonna be a straight line. It's not gonna always be without no road bumps, no roadblocks, or trust and believe you're gonna go through something. You're gonna go through something. Um, it's not gonna be what people think. Like in the movies, you find that your character starts to develop and grow as a person. All of a sudden, everything works out for you in life. You're gonna go through stuff. You know what we're saying? Um, Success does not always equal happiness. Money does not always solve all your problems. It just allows you to do more things and have a little more freedom, but it does not solve all your problems. Don't be out here like these people chasing titles and money and social media and viral and being famous and approval. Find your fulfillment, your peace within you, and your self alignment. Whatever you're meant to do on this earth, find it. Not for nobody else, but for you. You growing, you evolving, you becoming better as a person. People are gonna fall off. It's not gonna always be steady. It's not gonna always be pretty, and you will face some setbacks. Okay, there's no way around it. Your growth is gonna be messy, but it's also going to include, you relapsing because sometimes you go back and forth. You start doubting yourself, and you're not gonna feel comfortable. That's what we say. That's where we at right now. You're not gonna always feel comfortable, and that's a good thing. That means you're getting to where you need to be out of here. Whatever your setbacks teach you, you know what I'm saying? You didn't fail. You just didn't know better. Take it as a lesson learned. And some days you don't feel like being strong. You ain't got to be strong every day. It don't mean you failing. It doesn't mean you're not accomplishing, you're not doing anything. Sometimes you just have one of them days, just like we having today. We having one of them days. We're gonna keep it real with y'all. We having one of them days. You know what we're saying? But a lot of grace, we still gonna get through it. Or best believe that. One thing about it, two things for sure. We gonna get through it. But this one of our days, we may not feel like being strong. There's nothing wrong with that. We still a human being when it comes down to it, you know? And you have to know that. Okay. I just said this a minute ago. I don't need anybody coming on here. I don't need that help. Thank you. Okay. I need everybody to please stop messaging me and please stop doing that. If y'all want to help me, share my live and do that. But I don't need any help. I have to go on this app, y'all. Good Lord, everybody jumping on here. That is annoying. I don't have Discord. I don't have WhatsApp. I don't use any of those. Please stop messaging me on my live doing that because I'm not gonna put the comments up. Oh good Lord, that is annoying. But yeah, sometimes you don't feel like being strong, you know what we're saying? And when you do, just enjoy the day anyway. Isolate yourself, relax, read you a good book, find some meditation music, some relaxing, drink you some cocoa, some tea, coffee, whatever. Read you a book. It's okay to take a break from the world. That's time for you to rest and recharge and, just get yourself together. Trust us, the world ain't going nowhere. They are not. So, you're going to be okay. You will be okay. Um, Let go. Let go of the things you can't control and the things you can, work on them and do better. You know what I'm saying? Work on them and do better. And that's it. That's all. We're just basically closing out, you guys. And what we're going to do is take another break and play some more music. And we will be back on Real Talk and Topics. We'll be back, y'all. all righty, everybody. We are back on Real Talk and Topics. And of course, we're going to give you guys all our social media where you can catch Real Talk and Topics and the rest of our shows as well. So, first and foremost, you can catch Real Talk and Topics this Thursday morning and every Thursday morning live at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Our show does discuss Islam for educational purposes. We do mention that a few times in our show. If this show is not for you, we kindly ask for no negative comments, you guys. We just welcome open hearts and minds from our brothers and sisters and anyone who wish to learn the truth. Y'all can come through and check us out every Thursday morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time every Thursday, y'all. And you can follow us on all our social media. For anybody that wants to jump in and comment and give us suggestions and all this stuff, this is where you can contact us at, okay? Pay attention. You can subscribe to both our YouTube channels, the Queen Mimi Radio Show and the Queen Mimi Podcast. You can reach us over on LinkedIn, Queen Mimi, Twitch, Queen Candy 85, TikTok, Queen Mimi, Clubhouse, Queen Mimi 77, and of course over on Red Note under Queen Mimi as well. And you can catch the Queen we're talking topics, Queen Mimi radio show, Queen Mimi blog, and of course the Queen Mimi podcast on all podcast streaming platforms, Anchor, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts, just to name a few. And we just mentioned we go live on Twitch. Our live streaming schedule for Twitch is pretty much the same, you guys. 8:30 a.m. for all our shows. We're talking topics. Listen every Thursday. 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow, Queen Mimi blog, 8:30. Queen Mimi podcast, 8:30. Queen Mimi radio, 8:30. So y'all can go over there, over on Twitch, and follow us on those platforms as well. And before we forget, you guys, we are working on new music for 2026. We are a spoken word artist as well, you guys. We write our own music, and you can catch a few of our tracks that are available on any music streaming platform currently. Apple, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. You can catch all four songs: Soul Survivor, I Am, National Anthem, and Selfish. And you can go over to SoundCloud, follow us under Queen Mimi. Queen Mimi. You can catch all of our music, all of our songs that we wrote from our very first album, Pain, Purpose, and Survival. Like, share, comment, stream, download, all them good things. 2026, we are in the process right now of writing, and we know how to produce our own music now. So we will be releasing new music 2026 next year, of course. We're going to feature all our songs from old and new, and we're going to have a whole different platform. So we're going to transition over from Miss Candy, of course, to Queen Mimi. So all them good things. But yeah, you can go over there and catch all our music, everything. Like, share, comment, let us know what you think. All constructive criticism is welcome. You know what I'm saying? Want to get our music out there, to the right people, so on and so forth, all them good things. But yes, we're going to leave all our social media up. For anybody that wants to come and comment, all them good things, it's where y'all can follow us at. It's where y'all can find us at. All that good stuff. We're talking to the people that was commenting earlier on more viewers and streams and all that stuff in Discord and all that stuff. We're not paying anybody to do nothing no more. We're gonna do it on our own, and we're gonna keep doing what we're doing. We appreciate the concern, we appreciate the help, but we good. We good over here. We're not in no race or no competition, which is what we're talking about today. You know what I'm saying? Find happiness within yourself. Reach out to the right people, for help, your growth, you're evolving, your whole process, everything you're going through is not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hell, and you ain't going to like it. It's going to suck. But you strong, you got that strong mentality, you're going to be all right. So y'all remember that. Keep that in mind. So we're going to go ahead and do, you guys. Let's go ahead and play some more music. Then we're going to go ahead and get out of here and, pretty much chill for today. Got things situated with our car. Looks like we got to get another one. So, like we said, life's still the greatest. We can still get out here and work, do what we need to do, and we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. And of course, we're gonna keep y'all up there. Y'all already know how it goes. But we good. Y'all keep your head up, stay strong. Don't work too hard today. Y'all stay blessed and stay safe. Take care of yourself out there. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow on the Queen Mimi Blog Show, which will be our last show for August. Then we got September rolling around. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.